The only reason I say it's the twin sister who killed the good Linda Hamilton all those years ago and then took up the mantle of the good sister being the evil one. Am I making any sense? It's called Whodunit, and what it is we watch something and then we guess who the killer is before the end of the episode. By the 30-minute mark, you have to tell me who the murderer is, the motive. Yeah, we also have to have a persona.
Okay.
On this episode, I'm going to play Chad Flenderson.
Okay, who's he?
Chad Flenderson is an easygoing black detective who knows the streets, but he also went to Oxford. So he's just as comfortable on a motorcycle as he is on Air Force One. Oh, and he also happens to be the world's leading Egyptologist.
Toby, nobody cares about your sex-crazed black detective.
No. Women chase him. He misses his wife.
Lady Baumgartner.
Lady Baumgartner?
Yeah. She's a wealthy socialite, but she is always getting into mischief and solving crime in the high society.
High society crimes only. She doesn't get her feet dirty with that low rent stuff.
No.
Excellent. So, Chad Flenderson and Lady Baumgartner, let's go.
We're on the case.
Chad Flenderson approves of this intro.
Is this his type of music?
No, not at all. But he's flexible too, versatile.
Carol's forgotten that paying celebrities under the table is done all the time.
And your father's forgotten that I already made a deal which Sissy agreed to.
How come she's not a huge movie star?
I don't know, what's that all about?
How do you go from Terminator to Murder, She Wrote?
She was so good in Terminator as well. Yeah. Iconic.
You're a terminated fucker.
Jessica Fletcher, this terrible person is Brian East, the man who thinks he's gonna marry me.
That guy is Breaking Bad guy.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, right there. Usually on these kinds of shows, it's usually the person you recognise as the murderer. So you can't just say, oh, it's Bryan Cranston because Bryan Cranston. Or Linda Hamilton because she was in Terminator. Right, and on a 30-minute mark, you have to say their name, but you also have to give me a reason, the motive. Right.
So are you saying that it's likely one of the two?
It's
because
usually
it's the lead?
Yeah, it's usually likely someone you recognise from the 80s. You know, you don't bring Jerry Orbach into your show if Jerry Orbach isn't the murderer.
Okay.
You know? But you can't just say it's Jerry Orbach. So you have to have a reason for him doing it.
Okay.
And then I will tally the points at the end.
Okay.
Using Chad Flenderson's note-taking abilities.
Oh, don't you do that. You know she's our top draw.
No, I'm not kidding. I just saw her on her way up to see Elliot. She was moaning about a pulled muscle.
Oh no. This is earth-shattering. Jessica, please forgive me.
She says things like that. Earth-shattering. She says things like that. That's important. Chad Flenderson is going to write that down.
Write it down.
Listen, Doris, darling. We all know what an expert you are on male tennis players. You've helped so many of them score.
I don't understand who these people are in relation to each other.
No.
Has that been explained, or am I a terrible detective?
Well, you're...
Now, you either play or take a hike. But I warn you, if you walk, I will serve you up to your association on a platter.
Okay, this kid, this blonde guy, I'm going to rule him out. Rule him out right away. This is classic misdirection.
You don't get it, do you, Carol? Everybody likes to see Donnie go into his act. It's called show business.
Well, if by everybody you're including me, you better count again.
Get wise, honey, or get moving. You I can do without altogether.
Who do you think is going to die?
I think old Elliot is going to die. Old man Elliot. It's always an old guy who dies.
Oh.
An old guy with a lot of money and something riding on it. Who do you think? Bryan Cranston?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. But Bryan Cranston is up to something. You know, because he's the one who knocks, so we need to be careful of him.
Isn't that Carol in the background?
You have extraordinarily good eyes.
I recognize her stance. If I'm not mistaken, that's her sister Barbara with her.
Yes, Barbara.
Who's Barbara? What?
I don't know, but that photograph is bullshit. So these two people, or who they're talking about.
That's his daughter, and
That's his dead wife.
That girl is not walking away from this tournament.
The agreements are all in a file, and I took them home.
Look, I'll get them. Won't take me more than 20 minutes.
Important. Got it.
What?
Bryan Cranston, is going to take Linda Hamilton's car because his car is her car is blocking his car.
Oh, they're going to try and kill her?
Yes.
Thinking it's her?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to kill him?
Mm-hmm. Totally accidental.
Which throws off the investigation because the real target is Linda Hamilton.
Yes. Perfect.
Interesting.
Oh, here, look, your car is blocking mine. I'll take yours.
I sure hope we're gonna laugh about this tomorrow.
I'm going to say car bomb.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is violent.
Mm-hmm. It's easy as well. If I'm thinking of a production side of things. How do we kill this guy in a car? We could drive the car off a cliff, but it costs a lot of money to drive that other one up the cliff. So let's just have a bomb.
It's a shame there's no Egypt-related information that you can tell us about.
Ancient hieroglyphs, I could read them and let you know. I could recount you details of the stories I heard on Air Force One, or just my motorcycling around New York City, and the Johns and the pimps and the pushers that I dealt with back then.
It would come in handy if this was a different case.
Damn, that was a good scream. You know when you get a good actor and then they sell it way more than the show deserves? The show doesn't deserve that kind of good acting.
It's like that Twilight Zone with the woman actor. She was really good.
Yeah.
I still think about that episode.
This is the world, Dan, right in here. From now on, I keep the drapes drawn and doors locked.
So, here we are, 15 minutes in, Bryan Cranston is fucking dead. Car bomb. He was in Linda Hamilton's car and then it blew up. So, someone was trying to kill Linda Hamilton, or at least that's how it looks on the surface.
Yes.
You know, I don't like the idea of you being alone these next few days. Perhaps your sister could come and stay.
No.
Remember when I was talking about how good she is as an actor? I need another take on that one.
Well,
Your sister could come and stay.
No.
Rewind it. Let's watch it again.
Okay.
Well, tomorrow, why don't we call her and see?
Just because Barbara's come back doesn't mean I want to see her.
Come back?
Good night, Jessica.
Just because Linda Hamilton didn't die in the explosion, that does not rule her out in my investigation.
No, she's acting sus.
Although we only have 10 minutes to decide on a murderer and a motive. It's a win-lose scenario.
Is this show even able to produce evidence to the viewer? Or is it one of those things where you don't actually know until they give you that one piece of information that they didn't tell you the whole time?
Yeah, that.
This is an exercise in guessing.
Yeah, no.
So there's no reasonable way for us to actually know.
I have notes.
Okay.
Barbara turned up stoned, asked Carol for money. Carol refused. They had a terrible fight right after that photograph was taken. The last time any of us ever saw Barbara alive. The next day she died in a plane crash.
Oh, so she's a double murder. She's used to murder.
Ooh.
She's murdered before?
Linda Hamilton, you say, has murdered before?
She's murdered her sister.
Oh dear. In a plane crash? So plane crashes and car bombs, this lady does not stop anything.
She's a Terminator.
Someone needs to let her know that poison exists. Something subtle.
Elliot's wrong. Barbara wasn't killed in any plane crash.
Oh?
Of course not. I saw her just a few days ago. Now, if you excuse me, I really have to check these figures. Okay, no. Nobody would respond that way.
somebody thinking your sister's dead and then, no, that's wrong. You're alive and I gotta go back to work. No, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And talking to Elliot. Why are you saying that my sister's dead?
Yeah.
You just brush that off real easy.
You would have a conversation. Let's have a wee chat.
It's like, wait a minute.
This is no small misunderstanding.
Just, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to work.
Red flag, JB.
Also, she said at the very beginning, this is the guy who thinks he's gonna marry me. So she didn't really like him.
Yes. That was a yes. She didn't really like him, so he was expendable. Right. I like your thinking, Lady Baumgartner.
This terrible person is Brian East, the man who thinks he's going to marry me.
You know what's interesting is the photograph from earlier. The two people in the background were in the shadows. So, are they identical sisters?
Ooh, I like it.
Linda Hamilton.
Doesn't she have a sister that they look the same?
Yeah, yes! In real life, Linda Hamilton has a twin sister.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
Oh my god.
Miss McDermott? Miss
Yes! Murder!
What? You would never murder the cop, surely. Oh,
With
you know,
a giant machete knife?
you know where they got that from? That was a Psycho-inspired death. When Arbogast is going up the stairs and Norman Bates comes out with a knife. Examples. So Linda Hamilton thinks it's her sister Barbara that killed this cop. Only Barbara is died in a plane crash. So she's either lost her mind or she's been haunted by a ghost. That's the 30-minute mark. So you have to take all you have.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So Lady Baumgartner has to come up with a killer and a motive. There's no going back at this point now. It's just...
It is what it is.
Yeah. And if you guess correct, you win this episode and you win 1,000 points that will go carry on towards your end score at the end of the year.
Okay.
Right. So, who do you think is the murderer? Because we got two bodies. We've got the Bryan Cranston being killed in a car bomb, and we have the cop being stabbed. So, who's responsible and why? Lady Baumgartner. Lady Baumgartner says showgirl's girl.
Because of job.
Because of job. Okay.
Because I can't figure out why Linda Hamilton would kill. I don't know. Need more information?
Yeah, I'm going to say, I want to say Linda Hamilton, but here's what I'm thinking on that one. I want all the evidence is pointing to her, so that in itself is a red flag.
Why she's being weird.
She's being weird. So I would say that she's probably innocent, but she is a secret twin sister. So maybe the original Linda Hamilton died on the plane, and then the evil sister took over her role and then killed everyone.
Okay, for motive, why?
Madness, sheer madness. Alright.
Straight up psycho.
Alright, I'm gonna stick with Linda Hamilton's evil twin sister.
Okay.
That's Chad Flenderson's decision.
She took a knife from the kitchen and started up the stairs. When she heard the front door start to open, she ducked into the snap.
It was the girl, the blonde, all this time.
Brian was killed in her place.
No points awarded.
Shite.
Is that not how they usually go?
No, even when they did the flashback, it never showed you her face. Like the killer's face. It never showed. I was like, okay, pan the camera up, just let me look at her face so I can remember her for earlier.
Do you remember who it is, though?
Yeah, was it with the women tennis player?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the female tennis player.
Because jealousy.
Jealousy, and he covered up her crimes. And it had nothing to do with Linda Hamilton or her sister or anything like that.
Or the mental thing.
No, it was all very unsatisfying.
That's what she said?
Scores are Lady Baumgartner, 0. And Chad Flenderson, 500.
Hey!
I meant 0. So 0.
0. Cross out that 5.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I would have done better if there was more Egyptian symbols, mythology.
Okay, here it comes.
Like I can solve who killed Tutankhamun. I can tell you that.